All right, I messed up. I said my 6'9" Playmaking Glass Cleaner, specific way I made it at that weight with that wingspan, was the only build in the game that could get a combination of Hall of Fame Rebound Chaser, Legend Boxout Beast, Legend Strong Handle, along with Bronze Limitless Range and Lightning Launch. But there's actually another way to do it on a very specific 6'8" build, and no one brought it to my attention. Honestly, it's been kind of like eating at me because I've been thinking about that claim, and I started messing around the builder because I just felt like maybe I was wrong about it, and I was. So when I first did the recording, I actually did not mention lightning launch as part of it. I just said the other badge thresholds, and then I realized after I recorded it that actually there's a way on a 6'10" you can do everything that I mentioned, but you can't get lightning launch that way on a 6'10". So I added lightning launch after I recorded the video to make it, still true. But so today, first and foremost, I want to apologize for anyone who, that heard the video, heard what I said. I was wrong about it. There is a 6'8" version. I'm going to show it to you right now. I'm going to show you the 6'10" version. You can't make it with lightning launch if you want Legend Strong Handle. But nevertheless, we'll get into both builds right now. I don't want to sit on these knowing that there's actually another way to do this. So I'll show you the 6'8" first, then the 6'10". You'll see on my screen here, they're both named Versatile Enforcers. But obviously I'm calling it my Playmaking Glass Cleaner. Please like the video, sub if you're new. I'm going to keep trying to come with cutting edge content. I'm not borrowing from anybody else's builds, right? And if I believe something's true and I say it and I find out later it's wrong, whether someone calls me out on it or not, which I'm fine with. No one else pointed this out to me though. But if you ever think that I'm wrong about something, feel free to, reach out to me in my comment sections. You see that I engage quite a bit with anyone who wants to comment with me. But anyway, I'll get straight into the builds. Sub to the channel. We'll keep the ball rolling. So the 6'8" is actually it's actually really nice. The 6'8" is, I'm kind of licking my chops about making it. Not going to front it all about it. So power forward, you don't have to make it power forward. You can make it center, right? But 6'8", 271 pounds, 7-foot wingspan. Again, you have to have the 7-foot wingspan in order to get the 83 3 ball. You can go shorter arms and get a higher 3 ball, but it's going to lower your rebound, and you have to have the 94 defensive rebound. The 6'9" gets 96, right? But we're going to cap break Hall of Fame Rebound Chaser, and I'll explain when we get into it. But 271, if you go any lower, you lose that 94. You can go heavier if you want, but there's really no point. You don't get any other attributes. You're just going to make yourself a little more tired, a little faster when you're dribbling. But it could help you a little bit like in post-up situations. Anyway, 6'8", 271, 7-foot wingspan. I'm not even going to make you watch me make it. Okay, so this is the build. 73 close shot, 70 drive and layup, just like the 6'9". It's got the 88 drive and layup. We could put 5 cap breakers here if you've got 15, right? You can do 5 cap breakers here for 93 drive and dunk. It's got the 80 vert, so you got gold posterizer. The standing dunk, 48 is fine. It's tied to the driving dunk. The post control is tied to the strength. 87 mid-range, we do 2 cap breakers here for a total of 7. That'll get us the gold set shot specialist, just like the 6'9's got. We could still mess with the free throw a little bit, down to a 62, especially if you're trying to make a park build. Pass is a 71, ball handles 84, speed with ball 68. And then, so that gives you, bronze lightning launch, 84 ball handle. I put interior defense at 83. You can go 82 if you need like an extra cap breaker. You don't have as many as I have, and you need to find some wiggle room on the build. I went 83 because when I hit legend, I can go up to 88 with this and get gold post lockdown, which is something I can't do on the 6'9". There's a few things I can't do on the 6'9" that I can do with this 6'8". So anyway, I'll touch on all of those. This gets a 74 perimeter. The 6'9" had a 71 perimeter. So I still get the bronze challenger, but with the 6'8", I'm able to afford going up to a 74, which gives me bronze on-ball menace, as well as bronze pick dodger, and silver immovable enforcer. There is a drawback here, though, if you want to use this build the same way I made the PlayGlass at 6'9" to have the Hall of Fame Rebound Chaser, because you do have to max +1 it as a tier 1 max +1. The reason I was wrong, I didn't realize that Boxout Beast is tier 2. Okay, so for my tier 2 on my 6'9", I'm running Challenger on silver, so it gives me, better contests, which is a big part of stopping the L2 cheesers, is being able to run out and get a contest on those guards. So there's a little bit of an advantage there with the 6'9", having that silver challenger, even though it's got lower perimeter defense. I am a little bit taller, and with that silver challenger, you could run silver challenger on this as well, but you're not going to be able to get Hall of Fame Rebound Chaser and Legend Boxout Beast. Challenger is a tier 1 badge, so you'd have to not mess with your Rebound Chaser, which from gold to Hall of Fame, I can't speak on much about which one's better than the other. I would imagine Hall of Fame is going to make somewhat of a difference, but if you've got position, maybe you don't notice it. That's something I'd have to lab up. But anyway, steal is tied to the perimeter defense, 84 block, 80 O-board, 92 defensive rebound. Maxed out speed, 83. The 6'9's only 78 speed. The 6'9's only 72 agility. So this is much faster, 5 more speed, 2 more agility. I got it at 88 strength to use 5 cap breakers here to go 93, and then the 80 vert. So I messed with the weight and the wingspan a little bit, so something's a little off. Let me see. I got 5 here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so 16. And then we'll just find the one that's cheapest. It's either mid-range. You can put mid-range up or defensive rebound. I'll just go defensive rebound. Well, if I go here, it'll actually raise my... No, it won't. So we'll just go defensive rebound here, whatever. And now you got 15 cap breakers worth of space. That'll get you this 94 defensive rebound, which again will unlock with 89 strength, will unlock Hall of Fame Boxout Beast, and then you just max +1 it because it's tier 2. At 6'9", Boxout Beast bumps up to tier 1, and every height after that, it's tier 1. But 6'8" and below, I didn't realize that. I thought for some reason 6'6" was the threshold, but I was wrong. So tier 2, you go Legend Boxout Beast. Tier 1, you can go Hall of Fame, Rebound Chaser. And because this build is faster, it's got the same wingspan, 7-foot wingspan. It is an inch shorter, but maybe with the wingspan, it makes a subtle, if maybe even 0 difference. You get the 68 speed with ball. If you want to tweak it, maybe drop the interior down and, mess with something else, you can to try to get that 70 if you really want pro dribble style. But anyway, I'm going 83 because I want to get to that 88. I don't really need pro dribble style. I dribble great with normal dribble style, and bronze lightning launch gives me all the boost I need. You really don't even need bronze lightning launch at this point in the game, especially on a 6'8", because we're getting 86 ball handle, which unlocks a ton of SIGs you can't get on a 6'9". Actually, 6'9s are one of the least satisfying heights to dribble on because you're still in that 6'5 to 6'9 category with your dribble moves, and you get you're left out of a lot of dribble moves that you qualify for based on your height, but because you're capped at 80 ball handle, you still can't get, like the Tracy McGrady size up, like Luka Doncic's escape moves. So 86 will make, a big difference. And then I'm only at an 89 driving dunk on my 6'9 with 15 cap breakers. I'll need 4 more to get to the 93, but with this build, I can get it to 93 off rip. So this build will move faster, have better perimeter defense, have better ball handling. It might be a better build. So this is a 6'8 version, and as you saw on the screen, it comes out as a versatile enforcer, just like the 6'9 does. All 3 of these builds, 6'8, 6'9, 6'10, come out as versatile enforcers, but I would call it a 6'8 PlayGlass if I make it. Now, for the 6'10 version, I made it power forward, 6'10, 263, 7-foot wingspan. That's going to be a constant theme with all these builds. They need that 7-foot wingspan to get that 83 3 ball. This one can actually go up to an 84 for some reason, but we're leaving it at 83. At this height, with this weight and wingspan, you can't get the 93 drive and dunk. So we're at the 89. The close shot, 74. It's tied to your mid-range. Otherwise, it'd be a 73. Because I'm going 89 on the mid-range, I'm using 5 cap breakers here. Standing dunk, 60. It's tied to your vertical at 80. Post control is tied to your strength, and 70 layup for Zion. Again, 5 cap breakers here, so we get the dead eye at 85, we get the silver safety shooter at 87, we get gold set shot specialist at 89. Pass accuracy is the same on all 3 builds. Ball handle is lower, right? It's a 77, but like I mentioned, you can max +1 your tier 2 here to get legend strong handle, right? So you can't get the lightning launch because you're not able to get the 68 with the speed with ball at this height, weight, wingspan. I left the strength at 86 so I can cap break it 5 cap breakers applied to get to 91 so I can get gold brick wall in case I need to set screens. Plus, at 7-foot wingspan, you need to be 263 in order to get 96 defensive rebound, right? And so 96 is going to get you that Hall of Fame rebound chaser. And of course, we're going to max +1 our tier 1 to Legend Boxout Beast, because you need Legend Boxout Beast if you don't want to get thrown around by these big centers with 99 O board, 99 D board, 99 strength. You can actually throw them in a lot of situations if you just have the momentum and have the angle proper. So anyway, this one I put 86 interior because I had some leftover, and I do think 88 interior is better, noticeably better than 82 for stopping post scores. I didn't really have anywhere else to put it. I mean, you could put it on pass, but I just don't think it's a big difference on the twos court. And I'm not really concerned with the fives. I could bring this into the fives. I could bring any of these builds into the fives and shoot fine with the 60-something free throw and just deal with my misses. I want the attributes for the park. So anyway, 86 interior there for that reason. I could also put it on perimeter defense, but you get no more badges because at 6'10", you can't unlock Pick Dodger or On Ball Menace. Or you can unlock Pick Dodger, but we don't have enough agility. Sorry. So On Ball Menace you can't get if you're over 6'9". You can get Pick Dodger, but I need a 71 agility, which I can't get at this weight to get that rebounding. So anyway, I just stopped at 72, so we get the silver immovable enforcer. And of course, our steal is tied to our perimeter defense. You can't even get 60 steal out of this, right? So 84 block. I still got the rebounding at 80. Defensive rebound at 91. And we'll put this back up. So 5 cap breakers here, 5 here, right? For defensive rebound and strength, that's 10 total. And then 5 more on mid-range, get you that 89 mid-range. If you don't have 15 cap breakers, definitely consider dropping the interior down. And, you know, a good way to figure out what you can afford, I like to up the free throw and use that to kind of figure out what's cheapest. So like if you look here, I maxed out the free throw. I still have the ability to put strength on the build. So if you really want that 91 strength, you could do that. Now, if you just care about the Boxout Beast, you don't care about brick wall because you're going to ISO with this, you could drop this as low as 84 if you're going to use 5 cap breakers here, or just use less cap breakers in general and just use 2 to get to that 89 so you can at least get the Legend Boxout Beast if you don't care about brick wall. And now you've got like 12 that you need to work with. And of course, once we drop this down, I go one notch at a time, keeping my eye on the mid-range and on the defensive rebound to see which drops first. And mid-range opens up first, so it's cheaper. We keep going down. This is just like my methodology to make sure I'm optimizing my build as much as possible. Feel free to use it. And then mid-range opens up again. So we're good at 86. So here we can go 3 cap breakers on mid-range, 5 on defensive rebound. That's 8, 9, 10 on strength if you've got 10 cap breakers, right? And if you don't have that many cap breakers either, then I'd consider going down to an 87 drive and dunk and maybe even dropping the stand and dunk a little bit to take the vertical down. I mean, you can even do that just here at the 89 and just do the 78 vert. So you get a little bit more out of it because that's all you really need to get the contact dunks off too. So you can play with that a little bit. And like I said, I would do the same thing. I'd raise my free throw up as high as possible and drop it down one at a time until one of the attributes you need to cap that you don't have enough cap breakers for lights back up so you can get so mid-range is still cheapest. So at this point, you're still able to get all the animations. You don't have the 80 vert. I just like 80 vert, honestly. And 60 standing dunk does give you another animation. I think you get Zion. But anyway, so here you got the, 2 cap breakers on mid-range, 5 on defensive rebound. You could do 2 just to get the 89 strength. So you've got 9 cap breakers you can use and still get a really good version of the build. And then you got a little bit left over if you want to put it on like perimeter or speed with ball, or if you want to up your ball handle or put it on free throw or something. So these are the 2 6'8" and 6'10" versions of the Playmaking Glass Cleaner. Don't be too mad at me, guys. Doing my best to get y'all the best content, the best builds. And if I find that I'm doing something wrong, I'll be the first to call myself out if I catch it. God bless you all. Catch you on the next upload. Peace.